Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we're going to make this baby plaid blanket. And I come up with this plaid. We're going to do the first 3 rows of this plaid in this video. And there's 6 rows of it. So we will do the other 3 rows in the next video. So anyway, the first 3 rows will be done today. And I am going to be using... I'm going to make a teal blanket. So I'm going to be using this. This is called Peacock. So it's a dark teal that's called Peacock. And it is from I Love This Yarn. And there's turquoise and white, of course. So we're going to start out with the white. And I'm wondering if I should bring up my... We can use the smaller hook. It's a 7mm. All right. Okay, so let's see. We need to go to my baby plaid. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Nope, not that way. Oh, what happened? All right. How do I get rid of that? Nope. How do I get rid of that? All right. Dang it. I'm just trying to get rid of the tracker. I don't need the tracker on. All right, here we go. All right, so I've done this chart in the purples. So we're going to start with the white. You could see, I want to make sure, yep, you could see my chart. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are going to start with the white, and then we're going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The white is going to be half double crochets. So we're going to wrap our hook and go into the second chain from the hook and wrap. And we'll do this all across to every chain. till we get to the end here. And we should have 19 loops on your hook once you're done. Okay, so now we're going to go through the first one, go through the first loop. Now we're going to go through 3 loops every time we go through. We're going to go through 3 every time until we have 1 loop left on our hook. Problem with our yarn here. Let's fix that. Alright. Alright, now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of it. So what you're going to do then, we're going to wrap our hook, and there is sets of 2 you'll see. We're going through the second set of 2 first. Wrap our hook, go through 2, wrap our hook, go through 2. Wrap your hook, and then make sure you go through those 2 on the end stitch there. So they're going to go through 1 and then go through 3. Okay, you're going to repeat this row 4 more times because we need 6 rows of this. Okay, and then once we get that done, then come back and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so the next one is the next little square is the light color of the 3. So I'm going to use this teal, and we have to go through 2 to pull up loops. So make sure that we're going through 2. In this first row only, we are just simple stitching. And then of course you should have 10 loops on your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we're just going to go through 1 and then go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, all the way back until we have 1 loop on our hook. Okay, that's what it should look like. Alright, now this next 3 rows, because we need 4 rows of this, the next 3 rows are purled. So we are going to purl the next 3 rows. And then we'll be back. Once you get the next 3 rows done, we'll be back for the 3rd square. Alright, and so the next square that we're doing is we're doing 3 rows of the half double. So we're going to wrap our hook, in the white. So every time you use white, you'll use half double crochet. Every time you use this color, you're going to use a purl stitch. Alright, so that's what you'll do, is you'll go through and do 3 rows of that. And then we'll be back for the next 2 rows after that. Alright, now we're going to use the dark color, and we're going to do 2 rows of the simple stitch. So but first we have to go through two. Make sure you're going through two with these half doubles to pull up these loops, and of course you should have 10 loops on your hook by the time you get this done. Now this is the darker teal that we are using right now. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have 10. Alright, now we'll go through 1 and then go through 2 all the way across. And we'll do that again. Do one more row of that. So it's 2 rows of it. And then you're going to do this again. After that, you're going to do the 3 rows of the white. And then you're going to go do this again. Do these 4 rows of the light color. And yeah, we'll do that and then we'll be back. So we're doing this, this, and this. We're kind of working backwards. Okay? So I will see you at the end of those rounds. Okay, so this is what you should have right now. Okay? Then this section right here gets repeated 4 times. Okay? So you'll repeat starting with this square and going up. And do it 4 times. And then you'll end up with only this square at the end. Okay? So you're going to end up with this square at the end, but you'll repeat this 4 times and then put that one up at the top at the end. Okay? And then I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back to show you row 2, this row, and yeah, we'll be back to show you row 2. All right, we'll see you then. Okay, so I've repeated that 4 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm ending. Now I did 5 rows. It's supposed to be 6 rows of this. So on the 6th row, what we're going to do is we're going to bind it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap our hook, go through the 2, bring it out, go through all 3. And so we're just binding off each stitch as we go here. This is what we're doing on the 6th row. So we're binding off with a half double crochet. Then we're going to half double crochet in that stitch and then chain 1 and cut it off. And we'll sew that end in later. Alright, so there's the whole first row done. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Alright, so now we're back to this row. We're going to start row 2. And row 2 is the light color. We'll start with a light color. And we're going to connect this on. So we'll connect this and we're going to chain 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course we're going to do the first row as our starter row. So we're going to pick up loops on the chain, starting with the 2nd chain from the hook, and you should have 6 loops on your hook by the time you got all those picked up. Alright, but we're going to put a 7th loop on the hook because we're going to connect it to our work here. Alright, so now I have 7 loops on the hook because we're going to connect it. Now we're going to go through 2. We're not going to go through 1 the first time. We're going to go through 2 all the way across. Okay, so this first, wait a minute, I think yes I did. I twisted it. Oh goodness. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I got 5 there. Alright, let's pick up loops. Alright, so now we're right here, and we're going to pick up a loop here, and go through 2. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. Alright, so now we need, the next, starting the second row here, we're purling. Because this color we purl every time we use this color in this pattern. And then go to the next one and pick up the loop and then go through 2 all the way through. And we're going to do that 4 more times. So, because you should have a total of 6 rows of this, and then we'll be back after that when we get to here. Okay, so now we've got 6 rows done here, and now we're going to use the darker color, and we're just going to pick up loops. Because when we use the dark color, we are using a simple stitch. So we're going to pick up. So you always have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you're going to go through 2 every time. We're not going to go through 1 the first time because we're connecting. So we're going through 2. And you still will always have 6 stitches, but you will have 7 loops, because that 7th loop is connecting to this. So we do just a simple stitch, and we need 4 rows. But row 2 is 6 stitches. Row 1 is 10 stitches. So do that 2 more times, and then we'll be back. Alright, so as far as rows, when I was doing this, I was thinking we did 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Then we started over, 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. And that you're doing the same thing, only you're doing it with 6 stitches here, and you're only doing it between the light and the dark. So when you see the white, that's where the light will go. Where you see the light here, the dark will go. And then the light, dark, light, dark. So so that's what you'll do. And every time you use the light, you're going to use a purl, and every time you use the dark, you're going to use the simple stitch. So now we're going to do the light with the white here, and the first row of the pearls is always a simple stitch. So any time that you start a purl row, you will do the simple stitch first, and then you're going to purl the other 2 rows, because this is 3 rows of white, so we're going to do 3 rows of the light, and we're going to simple stitch the first row, and then the other 2 rows we're going to purl. And then when you get to this row right here, you're going to switch over to the dark, and you're going to do 2 rows of the dark, and then 3 more rows of the purl again, only the first row is always done as a simple stitch, and then 2 rows of purl, and then you're going to do the dark, the 4 rows of the dark, and start over, and just keep going until you're at the very end. Okay, so that is row 2. So continue with row 2, and then we'll be back for row 3 next. Okay, so I'm at the end of this row, and I did the 5 rows, but the 6th row, of course, we're going to bind that off, and we're going to bind it off with a purl. And there should be 6 of them. And then we're going to slip stitch to this next stitch right here, chain 1, and then we're going to cut that off. Alright, so that row 2 is done, and this is what it looks like. So cool. Alright, so now row 3, we're going to start with the white again. Now we're just going to do the 3 different colors like we did in row 1. Only this time in row 3, we are going to start with a chain of 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, we're white again, so it's half double crochets. So we're going to do the half double crochets, bringing up loops. All right, and then we need to go through 3, 3, 3, and 3. Okay, so there you go. And then you're going to do 6 rows of that. Okay, and then when we come back, we'll do this little square next. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so row 3 is a lot like row 1, except for you're working with 4 stitches. In row 1, we're working with 10, but in row 3, we're only working with 4. So where the white was in row 1, we'll do white. And then where the light color is, we're going to do the light color. And then the white. And then this is the dark 2 row, the 2 row dark. It will go completely across. So anytime you're at 2 row, it's always the dark color. Okay, and then again the white, the light color, and then the white. And you just keep going like that. So that is row 3, and you just keep working all the way up just like that, and then this will end this video for today. um, I hope you guys are gonna love this. This is one of my favorites. Um, so it's a baby blanket, and I come up with this, and I just really love it. um, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.